What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel, and today I got a really cool knife for you guys to check out. But before we get into that, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you're new, please consider subscribing. Alright, let's jump right in here. First off, this knife was sent to me by my buddy Jason. He goes by Puerto Rican with a knife on Instagram. I will link his Instagram below. Give him a follow. Super funny guy. He's going to call you fucker frequently, but he means no offense. It's all love, so just so you know. Don't be offended easily. He's a great guy, though. All right, this is his Civivi Baby Banter, and this is a very cool little knife. I've got the Banter here, and I'll use it as a comparison in a minute, but this is a tiny little knife, weighs just under 2 ounces. He has changed the pocket clip out to an aftermarket titanium clip. It comes with a deep carry clip like Civivi uses, so that says Banter on it, but he did put an aftermarket clip on here, just FYI. Does not come with that clip. I will link this knife below at White Mountain Knives and on Amazon. Use my code BEDC10 for 10% off at White Mountain Knives if you buy it there. And let's talk about the specs of this knife real quick. Overall length of this knife is only 5.46 inches. The closed length is only 3.12 inches. Blade thickness is 90 thousandths. It's going to be super thin and slicey with that flat grind. G10 handle. I believe there are some other variations though. Weight is 2 ounces, and yeah, it's impressive for such a tiny knife. The way they've done this handle and this forward finger choil, it just melts into your hand. It's like such a good fit for my hand. It's actually amazing how good it fits in my hand. Back here, I don't like it. I would never hold it like this. I don't feel like I have any control. But right here, it's meant to be held this way. They put jimping here on the top, which is good jimping, gives you lots of traction. And then they've jimped the choil also, which gives you good traction. So you feel like you're in total control. It's like having a little scalpel in your hand. Ergos are fantastic for what it is. I'm shocked how good the ergos are for this little knife. It's absolutely amazing. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do. Give you some size comparisons real quick. We'll start with the Wiha Banter, its bigger brother. Ergos on the Baby Banter are far better than the Banter. No, they're far better than the Banter. That finger choil just makes it an entirely different feel. Banter's not bad, but this is much, much better. Let me line those up at the butt there. So you can see the difference in size there. Let's take a look at the Kaiser Mini Sheepdog. Quite a bit smaller than both of those knives. Here's the Kaiser Urban Bowie. Closer in size to the Urban Bowie, but not as wide and broad. What else we got little here? How about the Spyderco Little Native? Quite a bit smaller than the Little Native. This knife actually has slightly better ergos than this knife, but other than this, I don't have another smaller knife that has ergos this good. Ergos are super impressive on this knife for being so little. I mean, you could carry this as a primary, or you could carry this in your fifth pocket as a secondary. It'll be great for either one, depending on your task. Here's this Civivi Elementum. Quite a bit smaller than Elementum. How about this is kind of a smaller knife, the Kershaw Launch 11. Still, it's the tiniest knife here right now. I don't have anything else quite this small. Actually, the Malia. The Malia may be that size. Actually, it's a little shorter than the Malia too. Just barely though. Those are very, very close together. Very close size comparisons. But the ergos on the Baby Banter make the Malia feel silly in your hand. They really do. That's how good they are. This knife makes this knife feel silly in your hand. Let's go ahead and do the Kaiser Feist. How about the, let's do the Vist variant PE2. It's not a big knife, but it seems huge compared to the Baby Banter. We'll go ahead and do a bug out as we always do. Again, dwarfs. Such a little knife, but feels so good in hand. I kid you guys not. I'm truly impressed with how good that little knife feels in hand. They knocked it out of the park with this one. I like it much better than the full-size Banter personally. You know, it may vary with you, but for me, I like it much better than the full-size Banter. And I'm going to do a versus video between the two. So keep an eye out for that. It'll come after this video, but yeah, this is a very impressive little knife here. The original pocket clip is a deep carry clip, just so you know, and it matches the blade and the finish. Such a great little knife. I mean, you get up here for pinch cuts. Right here is the money spot. It really is. You just feel like you have so much control, but you know, you can reach out here, get control of the tip. The ergos back here aren't good. They aren't good at all. With a medium-sized hand, I can only get 3 fingers, and it just feels awkward. But when you grab it right here, that's where it's meant to be held. The butt of the knife kind of hits your palm a little bit, gives you even more control, and then you're pulling into this jimping into your palm and pushing down on that jimping with your thumb, and you just feel like you have total control of that blade. I could get through a day with this knife, no problem. You know, I like to carry a larger knife, not big knives, but medium-sized knives. I like to carry bigger than this, but I could get by with this knife by itself, not a problem at all, on a day-to-day basis. I think I'd be just fine carrying this little knife, and that's one of the main reasons I don't like to carry a little knife, because I don't feel like they don't feel that great in hand normally. You know, they don't have the best ergos. You don't feel like you have the most control over them. You really do with this one. It's impressive. And with that 90 thousandths blade stock, it's going to be super slicey. Great action. The detent is fantastic. It's on caged ceramic ball bearings with a ceramic ball detent. The cutout they did on the show side to get to the liner is freaking fantastic. I mean, very easy to get to that liner, and very smooth to disengage it. Extremely smooth. And the reverse flick is just as good as the thumb flick, because the detent is perfection. It is perfection. Perfection. In case you didn't understand how perfect it is. It's such a good little knife. I'm impressed by it. They make a purple G10 with a black blade one. It's out of stock at White Mountain Knives at the moment, but man, I want it. I want it so bad. It'll be to become the new channel mascot knife for sure. As soon as I can find a purple one with black. Yeah, that's the one I want, no doubt about it. I'm going to get one of these, and I will get that one. And I'll probably do one of these aftermarket black clips like Jason did. Goes in and out of the pocket good with this clip, really good. And it looks better, in my opinion, with that black clip, especially with if it had a black blade too, like the purple one does. Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. I don't know if these thumb studs are titanium or not. I tried to find out, but I couldn't find anything that said what they are. They're anodized this gold color on this one, and some of the other knives have different colors, so I'm thinking they're titanium, but I'm not sure these are titanium. The only reason that would really matter to me would be if I could take them off and anodize them and make them whatever color I want them to be, like purple. That would be pretty cool. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. If you guys own this knife or bought this knife, were you shocked how good the ergos were when you got it for how little this thing is? I mean, it's truly impressive. Such a good job by Civivi on this one. They did a much better job with this than we did with the Banter, in my opinion. So I really like it. It's a winner. Go get one if you don't have one. I'm going to. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and I will see you guys on the next one.